Oh, here we go. Here we go. The infighting has begun. A lot of stories right now about the Hollywood elite and their various takes on what's going on over there in L.A., and it's pretty wild. It's a case of some of them eating their own and some actually saying, hey, we've got some incompetence going on. And they do. That mayor is an idiot. And, you know, this is a really good example of why you should hire competent people and not just try to hit some checkbox when you want to actually have things run efficiently. You need to actually hire people that can do the job. I mean, you actually have some of the bigger names in that area speaking out. Khloe Kardashian, a name I thought I would never do, speaking of video, is now coming out and calling the mayor a joke. I mean, she's right. The mayor is a joke. She's a joke. She's an idiot. She's been getting memed and mocked on social media, and she deserves it. People are dead because of her. People's lives are ruined because of her and her incompetence. She cut the fire budget, but while she stripped the fire department of money, she made sure to, give some money to things that matter, like a gay men's chorus. That's very important. Got to have that on there, right? It's very important. Or this Indian Film Festival, Independent Shakespeare Company. All of these things should have taken a back seat to firefighting. I'm sorry. The fire department needs more money than Ghetto Film School LA Incorporated. I don't know what any of this shit is, but why is this stuff getting money over the fire department? These are questions you should probably ask if you live in LA. But don't worry. Some actresses are stepping up to defend Karen Bass. Two actresses are saying that when you criticize her, it's actually sexist. Sexist. You shouldn't be criticizing her and her dumb decisions. Like, what's wrong with you? You should be defending her because she's a black woman. That's what's really important around here. That's what matters the most. Now, it's not every one of them that's defending her. Some Hollywood celebrities are turning on everybody in California. And, it's a little too late, but it's still kind of nice to see. Like Sarah Michelle Gellar making this post after spending 2016 being a very vocal supporter of Hillary Clinton. So I wonder who she voted for governor, huh? I think you all know she probably voted for old Newsom. Hopefully she remembers this next time she goes to the polls. But she said this: City of L.A., you want everyone to evacuate, yet you have complete gridlock and not one traffic cop on roads helping. Well, that's because you fired most of them or took away their immunity. So nobody wants to be a cop. You denounced them for years. Nobody wants to be a police officer because of all of the nonsense that's happened. So you got it. You got what you wanted. You defunded the police, and now there's a disaster, and there's gridlock on the roads. Where are the traffic cops? She apparently tagged the mayor, Karen Bass, on the post. James Wood has been pretty outspoken, a very cool guy from what I've seen. He had a pretty scathing report with Fox News where he got emotional, saying this should be like a wake-up call, but it won't be. Wood said this isn't a wake-up call. This is the kind of thing they have tribunals for, where they try people and say, you had an oath of office to perform certain duties. And he's right. He's not wrong there. They won't have one. I bet you all of these people keep their jobs after this. In fact, I almost want to guarantee it, but you never know. But I could see them just saying, oh, what a great guy Newsom is, and backing him up, and they won't get rid of him. They've tried before. I remember he had a recall and he won, didn't he? Not that long ago. He's not going anywhere. It's just wild. What does it take? Literally, your state has fallen into the shitter. You have companies closing their doors in California and leaving because of all the theft and nonsense that's been going on. And they just keep on voting for it. I was in LA recently. Some areas are very nice, but even in those areas, you see some pretty shitty things. Like it's sad what's happened to a lot of these like cultural landmarks in this country, like New York City and stuff like that. Like these cities, Chicago, all these cities have fallen into just shit. And the people keep voting for it. It's just wild to see, man. Just wild to me. But here's another post. This is from Sarah Foster. We pay the highest taxes in California. Our fire hydrants were empty. Our vegetation was overgrown. Brush not cleared. Our reservoirs were emptied by our governor because tribal leaders wanted to save a fish. Tiny little fish, too. Our fire department budget was cut by our mayor, but thank God, drug addicts are getting their drug kits. At Mayor of LA, at Gavin Newsom, resign. Your far-left policies have ruined our state and also our party. You will not be getting rid of Gavin Newsom. I guarantee you the mayor steps down. That probably will happen, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if that will happen because, well, everyone just seems like an idiot when it comes to policies out there in L.A. Gavin Newsom will 100% have damage control ran for him because they want him to run for president. They absolutely want him to run for president. He wants to run for president. And I just don't see that happening. The mayor of L.A. could happen. We'll see. I don't think anything's going to happen to any of these people. I think business will run as usual, and you're just going to keep having nonsense happen over and over again in California because they just keep electing these idiots, and they're not going to stop. So we'll see. It's just all unfortunate. Sad to see. Sad to see.
It is just so heartbreaking to see what's happening in the Pacific Palisades in California, in Los Angeles. So many good friends who worked really hard for years and created beautiful homes for themselves and their families. It's all going up in smoke. And preventable, by the way. I mean, we have a mayor who...
You could have hired actual people that could physically do the firefighter job. You could have kept... They have a woman, the woman who is responsible for the water in L.A., she makes like $750,000 a year. One job. She didn't even do it. Just made a bunch of excuses. The hydrants there, some of them have no water pressure. What is going on? I don't know if you could have prevented everything, but it could have been handled a hell of a lot better.
Cut the budget of the fire department in California by over $17 million. Fire is the biggest hazard in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Why would you cut that budget?
Well, we had to make sure that all of those other things,
there
like
was
the
no
gay man's chorus,
in the fire
that
hydrants,
needed money. It's
in the
more
Palisades.
important.
And by the way, she wasn't even in town during like fire season.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she was off at some wedding.
A completely stupid trip to Ghana, completely unnecessary, on taxpayer funds. Maybe stop doing those trips and fund the fire department. This is what's infuriating. I don't hate California. I love California. We had 32 beautiful
state,
years there, and
I wouldn't want to live there.
People running the show just decimated the place. Drugs, homelessness with mentally ill people on the streets, crime. Our next door neighbors were burglarized there. Taxes. What do you?
And she probably lives in a really nice neighborhood. She was in Everybody Loves Raymond, if you don't know. Getting burglarized over there. Nice neighborhood. I bet you it's one of the best. I'm not trying to put her down or anything, but you know, it's reaching all of the celebrities now. But hey, Seth Rogen, he said, that's part of the deal of living in LA. You're just going to get robbed. You need to deal with it. Didn't he say that when they were leaving their trunks up? There was I think it was in California, like people were just basically leaving their cars unlocked so that the criminals would stop breaking windows out so that they could just reach in and take shit so that they wouldn't bust their windows out. It's wild. You're supposed to just enjoy that. You're supposed to just put up with it. The insurance companies will pay for it until they pull out like they did. That's a whole other thing that's going on over there. Insurance companies taking off because of the wild policies. Why would you want to cover anybody there? They just basically say, we'll just let the insurance companies pay for it. They don't want to pay for anything. They want to take your money and never cover you. That's what they do. But they're not doing anything now. They're getting bent over.
You paying all these taxes for to see your neighborhood go up in smoke. It's so enraging that they took one of the most beautiful states, maybe the most beautiful state in the Union, and just continued to destroy it.
Yeah, it is sad.
Gavin Newsom standing there with his hands in his pockets.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
There's a video going around of him pretending he's talking to Biden when some woman was trying to ask him questions. It's crazy what's going on there. So we'll see what happens. This will be one to watch. Do they actually hold them to be accountable for their actions? We'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell and see you on the next one. Peace.